Good morning. How y'all doing? It's B back. And I'm back. How y'all doing this Sunday morning? We're getting ready to ride out. I got some errands to do, and I'm probably going to have to go to the part of town where they love cats so I can get some grass for my cat. I got a big, black, beautiful cat named Midnight. For all you people that don't like cats, he don't like you neither. He's cool as a fan. We call him Pitbull Kitty. He don't be playing no jokes. I love my baby. I might introduce y'all to him, maybe. So, still fighting with people on Instagram about Cardi B. That's okay. We will continue to hold her up until she gets those 9 American Music Awards that she's nominated for. And then I'll be back on here and back on Instagram. Boom! In you faces. You faces. You know who you are. I'm not going to say that name today. It's Sunday. All things are supposed to praise the Lord today. Well, today and every day, because every day should be like Sabbath. Let's not get on religion, because y'all not going to like what I got to say. But that's okay. We're going to work with that. So, what's been going on? Let me tell you what happened with me yesterday. Okay, this is story time. We're going to name this video Bitter Birds, because I'm not going to say that word today because it's Sunday. I ran into a girlfriend in the parking lot yesterday. I mean, this girl right here, she is awesome. She is cute. I mean, she's older than me, and baby, she got that body. Because, you know, I got some weight to lose. I mean, we just gonna be real about it. Hopefully, y'all gonna see all this go away, because I'm trying to be healthier. And my knees aren't hurting, and my shoulders not hurting, and my feet's not hurting, so I should be able to exercise. That's what happens when you pass 30. That's what we gonna say, past 30. So anyway, I see this girl. We used to be really cool, right? We used to hang out. You know, we used to go to happy hours on Fridays. You know, we used to meet up on Saturday afternoons and go to karaoke. She's a lot of fun. But she was actually a friend of my good friend. I mean, my good friend, my good Judy. Okay, my girlfriend from back home. I don't know if you guys know, I was born in Los Angeles. However, I was raised in Louisville, Kentucky. Keep your L's up, okay? Louisville. If you don't know, you better ask somebody. I'll educate you though. I understand you don't know. So, anyway, a lot of people from Louisville moved to Atlanta. And surprisingly enough, it must have been like a big wave, because there's a lot of people around my age that live here that went to school with me or lived in neighborhoods where, you know, I hung out. And so I actually know these people. They weren't like my good friends, but I actually knew them. So, what's this so dark? What's going on here? Why is it so dark? So I actually knew them. So now we all together, like, you know, these band of people from the Ville, you know, we get together, and we actually always got together at this one person's house, because she had a nice house. She's a natural host, and I've been knowing her since I was in high school. Now, we didn't go to the same high school, and I don't know about where you grew up, but where I grew up, you really didn't know a whole lot of people outside who you went to high school with in your neighborhood, and, you know, if you went to church, you know, who you grew up with in church. You really, as a child, you hadn't broadened that horizon. Now, you might have cousins, which was my case, that lived in a different, not even a different part of town. Actually, they lived in the same part of town as I did. But you know how neighborhoods be clicked off? They definitely got a clicked off neighborhood. Shout out to, let's see, 32nd in Kentucky. But they kind of clicked off. So I know some people from over there because, you know, go to my cousin's house. And then I knew some people from a neighborhood that was kind of far away from me because my grandmother lived over there. And so I used to spend the weekends over there. So I actually know some people from Smoketown. Holla at me, Smoketown. So I'm real versatile. Like, I went to a different elementary school, different high school. I went to Catholic school, which Catholic schools are different because it wasn't based on where you lived, actually. So I ended up knowing people from the projects all the way to, you know, high income type individuals, you know, whose parents had good jobs and things like that. So I know a vast majority of people from the town that I grew up at. So, and true enough, those blended people are here. There's, you know, in our little group that we had going on, it was my friend, my good girlfriend. She was from a little higher income bracket than my parents was, okay? She was from, we used to call them Monkey, New World. If you're from Louisville, you know what I'm talking about. And so they had, you know, homes that were very nicely decorated, beautiful yards. You know, they went to nice schools. Now, where I lived, it was right on the cusp. I mean, when I first moved there, it was, you know, awesome. It was upper echelon. But my mother stayed longer than everybody else, and the neighborhood started getting real hood. And my mother's like, I ain't leaving, because she had bought like 3 houses on the block, and she was comfortable there. So I ended up, by the time I was a teenager, kind of living in the hood. And right now, it's so hood. Like, it's dangerous. Like, I'm not even comfortable down there no more. Anyway, long story short, this girl been my friend since summer school, because she had to go to summer school to graduate. I already had a baby. That's right, teen pregnancy. We're going to talk about that. I already had a baby. I had a plan. I need to hurry up and go to college. Okay, let me show y'all. I told y'all I was going to tell y'all about Atlanta. This is Saturday morning. Well, Sunday morning. Folks need to be at church. What the heck is going on? I'm at Camp Creek. This road takes you to the airport. It's sold out. What is going on? Y'all want to move to Atlanta? Y'all really want to move to Atlanta? No, y'all don't. No, y'all don't. Stay where y'all at. We full. Okay. And I'm back. So, this girl been my friend since we were 17 years old. Now, when she was about 19, she fell in love, got married, and moved away. So, I used to see her at various times during the year, because a lot of times where I'm from, people come home during Thanksgiving, because there's a lot going on during Thanksgiving. So people come home for the Derby. You know, Louisville's the home of the Derby. Hey, Derby. And Muhammad Ali, that's what we're known for. So people come home for the Derby a lot, and people come home during Thanksgiving. So I would see her at Thanksgiving. I would see her at Derby. I was in the park one day and saw her, and her mother had just died. So I kind of like, you know, was with her that whole trip, you know, because, you know, her mother had passed away. And I think her mother was sick, and then her mother was passed. I mean, we used to see each other when we needed each other. You know how that is? Like, I didn't have her phone number. We didn't call and talk on the phone. But we were always tight from the summer we met. So she's, you know, a young wife. You know, she moved away. She was gone for a long time, and I only saw her sporadically over the years. Well, I knew she lived in Atlanta. She didn't originally move here. She went to another city, and then she moved here. But I knew she was here. And I was in a Walmart. She has a very distinct voice. Real raspy, sound like a man voice. But anyway. And she's very, very outgoing. So I'm in Walmart, and I hear her talking. And I promise you, I hadn't seen this woman. We figured out it might have been 15 years we hadn't seen each other. And I hear her talking, and I'm just like, I know who that is. And I'm like following her voice until here's the wreck. Until I find her. And we were inseparable from that point on. Like, she had a daughter that was like 14. So that's why we knew it was like 15 years since I had seen her. Because last time I seen her, she wasn't even pregnant. So I met her daughter. I think she was 12 at the time. So I met her daughter. Her daughter was wonderful. I just instantly fell in love with her. And we were actually living in the same part of town. Let me see how bad this is. Ugh, that's somebody on their phone, honey. I can already tell. That's somebody on their phone. They look like young girls too. Teenagers. Y'all better stay off that phone. So, anyway, long story short, this is my ride or die. But I know she has some issues. I mean, we all do. And some of her issues is that she's kind of judgmental. But I'm a little judgmental. So we was trying to work on that together. She talks about people, but my mistake was I was thinking that I'm her good friend. So we talk about people together, but this isn't something that she does. But that ain't true. And she has some extracurricular activities that I don't partake in. We're going to leave it at that. But that didn't bother me because I told y'all, I let y'all live your best life. So whatever y'all do, that's what y'all do. Okay, so for years, I'm at this chick's house. Her and her husband and her daughter and her little dog, and we just have a good time. She throws the best parties ever. And you know, I just, you know, that's the spot. You know, we don't really go to the club no more. So when Friday night after you go home and get dressed, what you do is you go to this people's house because they got it popping. They got all the liquor. She can cook real good. They got all the food. And she's so friendly and outgoing that they know so many different people. So not only the crew from where I'm from, but also, you know, people from all walks of life that she's met at her job or at, you know, some bars that we go karaoke at. I mean, she just picks up people like Lynn. And that was such a great thing. That was so fun for me because